My name is Viva, and today I'm going to be making some banana muffins for my family. And so the first step we need to do is preheat our oven to 350, so while we're mixing all the ingredients we can do it. So for me, the default is 350, and that's perfect because we're going to be using 350. So now let's get on with the video. So now let's start with the dry ingredients first. So here I have 1 2/3 cups of flour. So we're just gonna put that in, and we're not gonna mix yet. So here I have a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. Then here, a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and then chocolate chips. So make sure you coat the chocolate chips with a few pinches of flour, because the flour, it helps the chocolate chips from sinking to the bottom. And now I'll just slowly fold in the dry ingredients to make sure every part is mixed in. Make sure you don't do it too fast because you don't want it to spill out and then lose valuable batter. I'm just gonna squish these bananas. So the exact measurement is 2 of them, and I've pre-ripened them. You wanna make sure that when you have bananas, they're really ripe, because then it brings out the sweetness. Make sure you smush everything, but you don't necessarily have to make it into a liquid. Just make it into like a chunky gravy. So now that I've smushed the bananas, I'm gonna work on to my wet ingredients. So first, you want to make sure you cream vanilla extract, melted butter. So here I have a 1/2 cup, and this is 1 cup of sugar. So the exact measurement for the vanilla extract is 1 teaspoon. And make sure you don't put too much because it'll overpower. And make sure you don't put too less. For the wet ingredients, right now I'm just gonna beat 2 eggs together. So now I'm gonna cream together these wet ingredients. And this is one of the most important steps for a successful banana muffin, because the mixing here is the one that decides how fluffy your muffin is gonna be. So make sure you do this nicely. So now that I've creamed the wet ingredients, let me fold in the banana. Again, just like before, when working with the banana, you don't have to make it into like a cream paste. Just nicely fold it in. Right, now that I've folded the bananas, I'm gonna start mixing little by little the dry ingredients. So you don't wanna do all of it at once. Take a little bit and then fold it in. So after a few minutes of folding it in, it should turn out something like this. Nice creamy texture. And that's it for the batter. So now that the batter's done, we're gonna start putting it into the pans. But the first thing to do is make sure you oil it. So here I have sprayable vegetable oil. So I'm just gonna lightly spray it in each one. And then let's add it in. So I have this big ladle type thing, and I'm just gonna put a little in each bowl. And make sure you don't get any of it on the edges that are outside, because then that could come into burning. So just put a little in each. Right now, the batter is ready to be put in the oven. So now I'm just gonna wash my hands again because I just touched egg batter and I don't want to spread diseases through eggs. So now that I'm done with all the batter, it's in the pan ready. We have to put it in the oven. So by now, your oven should have reached 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So make sure you use a mitt when doing this. Just slowly, carefully put it in. And there we go. So now it's been 15 minutes since the muffins have been in the oven. So let's take it out. And make sure you turn your oven off after that. And now it's ready. So now that the muffins are out of the oven, I'm going to do the toothpick test. So I'm going to stick it in a muffin, and if it comes out with no batter on it, it's done. Wow, perfect. And there you have it, banana muffins. So now I'll serve it. One for each family member. Alright. Now, let's take this and eat it.
Nice. Yummy, Viva.
Very nice. Thank you, Viva.
Thank you, Mila.
This is the finished product. It looks pretty good. And the chocolate chip stayed in the middle instead of falling to the bottom, just like I hoped. Nice.